Perfectionism will kill your YouTube channel before it even begins. So, perfection is essentially a form of procrastination, and that is disguised as high standards. So, we all tell ourselves, oh, I just have these amazing high standards that I must meet. I cannot publish this video unless it meets these amazing high standards. All it means is that you're just procrastinating. You've become a victim of perfectionism, and you're not actually just getting the thing done. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. It has to have that. Let's say it has to be 80% good. It doesn't have to be 100% good. And if you try to make the perfect video, it's going to lead you to a lot of problems. Okay. And these problems are really going to slow down your growth. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to encounter is what's called analysis paralysis. So what does analysis paralysis mean? It essentially means that you are thinking too much about what you're doing. Okay. You're spending too much time in your head analyzing something over and over and over again, and it's causing you to do nothing but think. You're not taking the right action. You're not taking the necessary steps to actually make progress. You are stuck in what they call analysis paralysis. And this is a super common symptom of perfectionism, okay? A lot of us have felt this in the past, but sometimes you need someone to nudge you on the shoulder and be like, look, it's good enough. Just get it out there. You're overthinking this, okay? From a serial overthinker, trust me, it happens to all of us, even when we're trying not to suffer from perfectionism. It just can take over you sometimes. The other issue that you're going to run into if you're trying to make the perfect video is endless tweaking. Making silly little tweaks on things that don't need to be tweaked, okay? We don't want to be there for days and days and days and days, cutting a tiny wee couple of seconds off of this clip or that clip, or, tweaking a script, oh, that word's not nice, so that word sounds a bit better. You can do that initially, but it gets to a point where it's like, right, you're just endlessly tweaking here. Where is the end? When is this going to stop? Okay. So we don't want to be stuck endlessly tweaking things. And the other issue that you're going to run into, which is really important, that's going to immensely slow down your growth, is delayed uploads. Okay. You want to focus on having content that is good enough for the niche, the sort of theme that your channel is based on. It has to be good enough to meet the general standards so that you can constantly, or over time, be putting out more uploads. You don't want to delay those uploads, because when you upload content, that's when you get the feedback. That's when you understand if this worked or if it didn't. You're going to understand that through views, click-through rate, how many people engaged, how many subscribers you gained from that video. But the only way that you're going to get that feedback is by actually uploading the content. And you want to upload that content and move on to the next piece of content, get that done to a good enough standard and upload that. You don't want to be stuck trying to make the perfect video, and it's just going to delay your uploads, and it's essentially just going to, when you start as a new creator, it is a grind. It is a complete grind. It's tough. You really need to be mindful of not burning yourself out. You need to have, preserve as much motivation as you can. And you just want to focus on getting content that is good enough and getting it out there consistently, okay? And getting that feedback and learning, okay, I went wrong here, let me improve that on the next video. If you delay your uploads, you're not going to get that feedback. You're not going to make improvements. You're not going to progress as quickly as you could if you avoid perfectionism. So this is something that a lot of people struggle with. I've struggled with perfectionism myself, okay? It's just one of those things. Especially if you're an overthinker like me, you're gonna be stuck in the details a lot of the times, and you often need someone else to give you that nudge on the shoulder and be like, look, you've gone too far here, just get it out, get it done, okay? I have over edited videos, you see it, like, it's a big thing, like, oh, let's make high retention videos and make sure everything's like edited for retention, blah blah blah. It's like, that's cool if that's what you want to do, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary for you to reach your audience, and it's certainly not necessary when you're starting out. Okay, when you're starting out, you just want to be consistent, and you want to focus on progressing with all of the various skills that you have to learn in order to be a content creator, in order to grow a YouTube channel and grow an audience. So I've over edited videos, okay? I'm guilty. I've also spent too much time writing multiple drafts. So because I like the writing process, I kind of indulge myself in that process. I like to write one draft and then read it again and tweak it and write another draft, and then I then go for a walk and I'm like, I've missed out this bit, I could add that bit to it, and then before you know it, you've got 6 drafts, and it's like, look, if you just did 2 drafts, you could have had 3 videos done by now in the space of time it's taking you to do 1 video. Okay, so that's not good, especially as a new creator. We're not looking to make the Mona Lisa here, okay? We're just looking to make content that's good enough for our audience and to grow our channel. And I've also forced myself to read word for word off of a script, okay? Which is very difficult using like an auto cue. I mean, some people memorize their scripts, like they force themselves to, and I'm sorry, I'm laughing if you memorize your scripts and you read them off by heart. I don't mean that as an insult, but some people do, they force themselves to memorize word for word and then go and perform and do it word for word, and that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. And the reason that I did that was because I believed that by not doing so, by not reading word for word, it would be wrong to do that. And I'll tell you something right now, because I've totally changed the style. I have bullet points. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just looking at my bullet points to keep me on track. I'm not reading word for word, as you can tell. And yeah, I much prefer this style, okay? And I'm pretty sure that the viewers would prefer this style as well. It is less of a performance and more of a conversation. And I think that is the style that's right for my channel and the type of content that I want to put out there. And again, that's just part of being a new creator, and really being a creator at any stage in the journey is you want to be willing to experiment. You want to be willing to mix it up, try different things, be open to new ideas, and then see if you get the results that you want. And for me, while this channel's still new and I've struggled to even get impressions, let alone views, for me personally, I know deep down that this is the style for me, or at least this style is more aligned with what I want to do than reading word for word, okay? So that AutoCue app that I purchased for a year for £89 or $100 if you're overseas in America, that was a waste of money. So don't make that same mistake, okay? So let's reframe perfectionism so that we can actually retain our sanity here. So let's look at it from a point of view that every video is practice. It's not a performance, okay? So every time we're making a video, we're just practicing. We're practicing our craft, we're honing our craft, honing our skill set. We're not looking to perform. We're not looking to impress thousands of people. We're just trying to help that one person out there that's watching, okay? You are learning on camera. You're not learning behind the scenes, okay? So the more reps, the more consistency that you can have on camera, the more you're going to learn, the more your camera presence is going to improve, your confidence on camera is going to improve. And if you just do that back to back. You know, if you make a video every single day, even if you don't upload it, even if you don't publish it, but you just start getting used to talking to camera, because that's one thing people really struggle with, and I struggled with as well. It's totally natural that whenever you bring out a camera, you freeze up and you become someone else, and you're not you, and the real you is like stuck in there, and you're like, why can't I be myself on camera? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because you're not doing it enough. You have to practice. You have to get to the point where I'm feeling right now, where it's like, here's my friend, here's my person on YouTube that's viewing this, and they're my friend, and I'm just chatting to them, okay? It's not this serious sit down, oh, I better read off of my auto cue prompter. No. You want to have practice on camera in order to increase those skill sets. So let's talk about the compound effect of imperfect uploads, okay? So essentially, if you uploaded 30 imperfect videos, they are going to teach you more than one perfect video, okay? So this really drives home how important it is to just completely ignore perfectionism. Let's aim for good enough, okay? It doesn't have to be 100%, 80% is fine. If you're starting out, even 50% is fine, just to get, like, your first videos are gonna suck. Go and look at any creator, any YouTube channel that you watch, go look at their first videos if they've kept them up, because a lot of people do hide them, they do delete them, but most people's first videos are like, basically everybody's first videos suck, okay? Unless you built up these skill sets doing other things or other channels, your first videos are gonna suck. So you want to just focus on getting those 30 imperfect videos out, or those 100 imperfect videos out. They're going to teach you so much more. You know, you're going to see all the mistakes and all the failures that you made, but that it's not really a failure if you can learn from it and make the next video a little bit better. So what is my overall advice, okay, in order to overcome perfectionism? So first of all, set deadlines instead of goals, okay? So set yourself a time deadline to get this video out. If it's a day or 2 days, whatever it is, set a time window on getting that video out. Don't set a goal of it has to meet X amount of standard, because this is going to encourage you to be efficient, okay? It's going to encourage you to be efficient, which is super important, and it avoids you falling into the perfection trap, okay? And over time, you're going to become so efficient that, let's say you are forcing yourself to make one video in 2 days. Well, guess what? You're going to find ways to be efficient, and now you're going to be able to make 2 videos in 2 days, okay? It's also, my other advice is to allow each video to be version 1, okay? Each video can be like a first draft. Just put it out there, because guess what? You can always remake that video later on. Put that video out there, get the feedback, and then with the feedback, improve the video, improve the idea, and make another one. There's nothing stopping you doing that. Unless it's a one-time thing, a one-time event, you can always reshoot it. You can always make another take of it and put it out there, and it's more content, it's more reps for you to be on camera and improve your skill sets. So if you're waiting for perfect, you're going to be waiting forever. That's just the truth. Imperfect action creates momentum, and momentum beats mastery. So now that you're ready to overcome perfectionism, you'll need to know how to start your own YouTube journey. So click this video to start now, and thanks so much for watching.